Suddenly, they saw a notice ahead. All trains stopped to pin down brakes. Beep, beep! Brakes, conductor, please! But before he could check them, the freight cars surged ahead. On, they cried. Help, help, whistled Percy. The man on duty at the crossing rushed to warn traffic with his red flag, but was too late to switch Percy to the runaway siding. Frantically trying to grip the rails, Percy slid into the yard. Beep, beep! Look out! The brake van was in smithereens. Percy's driver and fireman had jumped clear, but Percy was stranded. Next day, Sir Topham had arrived. Toby and Daisy had helped to clear the wreckage, but Percy remained on his perch of freight cars.
Percy, tell me, how exactly does the same accident happen twice? I mean, seriously, how exactly does the exact same accident with the exact same narration happen in the exact same fashion on my railway? Seriously, though, why can't we get that narrator back? He was a foul-mouthed comedian, for God's sakes. Who's the narrator on the show nowadays? Some British dude who's most likely in his late 40s, early 50s to become a narrator for Thomas and Friends? This entire situation is more confusing than the Song of the Sabu. Sir? Yes. What is it, Percy? Oh, sorry, I went on one of my breaking the fourth wall tangents again. Now then, Percy, what to do with you?
We could use him as a footstool or a table to play Scrabble on, then tie him up and beat him up and throw him out of Babylon.
No, that's preposterous. Percy would never do good as a table. He's much too large. Also, I hate Scrabble. What to do? What? You think we killed Percy? No, of course not. That's another Percy, the one who founded the west end of Sodor, where the Steamworks is located. Now don't you continuity buffs attack me for not accurately representing the island of Sodor. It's my series, so deal with it. Speaking of the Steamworks, that's where our Percy currently is. He's just waiting to get his new shape attached, like Duck and James a few months back. Do I know you? I'm the narrator. Oh. Well, and how do you know about James and Duck? I was the narrator back then, too. I see all. Well, don't question me, kid. Just listen and play along. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, after Percy's repairs were finished, Victor, who strangely didn't look like Percy, who was in his old shape anymore, finally released Percy. So I still don't get this whole streamlining thing. Walk me through it one more time. Thomas, I don't know how else to explain it. Basically, you get a sleeker shape and it adds more speed. Yeah, I get that, but why is there so much hype around it? Don't we have enough streamline engines already? Well, we have Spencer, Connor, Caitlin. Oh, hello, little Percy. He doesn't look so little anymore. Did you get a new shape, Percy? Indeed I did. Well, it looks pretty good. I can see that your face is a little bigger than it was before. Gee, Thomas, thanks for the fat joke. No, I didn't mean it like that. What was that? A car horn. What else? Okay, let me rephrase that. Who was that? That's Caroline, the local grumpy station wagon. She shows up here now, and, again, I believe she's being used as a taxi nowadays. Didn't she have a run-in with Stepney and some cricket players? She's that car? We're in for a real treat then. Oh, look, if it isn't the two blue engines who get too big for their buffers far too often. One with the Express and the other with his own TV show. Hey, my show's been on for over 30 years and inspired hundreds of children to do good things across the world. Good to see you, Caroline. Who are you carrying today? Oh, just a renounced billionaire looking for a business deal and his bodyguard. Thank you, Caroline. Diggle and I will take it from here. My pleasure, boys. Oh, look, we have a new addition to the Knapford crew. A small green caterpillar on wheels. Who knew caterpillars had wheels? News to me. Real original, old-timer. Old-timer? That's some big talk for someone of your stature. Weren't you the one who got into the same accident twice? Figures a railway engine would get into some foolish accident like that. Oh, and you think you're so amazing? I know I am. I've survived more malfunctions than you could care to count, and I'm still here running fine to this day. More malfunctions than I can count? It sounds like you're more defective than efficient. Caroline spluttered in fury. How dare you speak to me like that? You asked for it with the way you were speaking to me and my friends. I won't stay here to be insulted. And she didn't. She's quite the character, isn't she? Percy didn't answer. He was too busy thinking of ways to get back at Caroline. Thomas and Gordon couldn't hang around anymore, so they took off with their respective trains. Little to Percy's knowledge, Caroline would get hers sooner than expected.
Did you set the tracker?
Armed and ready. It'll tell us when and where Caroline stops and who she picks up. All we do now is wait.
And who exactly are we waiting for?
His name's Antoine Vallon, local drug lord back home in Starling City. Rumor has it he's come here to expand his business on an international scale.
I thought we only dealt with criminals back home.
When the criminal departs from home only to get into more criminal activity and ruin another city, that's when Team Arrow makes an exception.
You're finally calling it Team Arrow.
Make no mistake, Diggle. I don't enjoy that name in the slightest.
Isn't that your friend from the railway board?
More like the insane controller of this railway, and we aren't really friends, more like business partners.
Whatever the case, I think he recognizes us.
Oliver Queen, John Diggle, what a surprise this is. It's good to see you, Topham. Diggle, you remember Topham, don't you?
Of course, it's good to see you again, sir.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. So what are you two doing here anyway? Oh, just looking to pass some time.
Percy couldn't concentrate on his jobs. He was too busy trying to think of ways to get back at Caroline. Eventually, he made his way to the Farquhar Quarry on the west side of the island where Toby was working. "Hello, Percy. How are things?" asked Toby. "Not as boring as I would hope." "Wow, different from the last time I asked you. What's up? The new shape bugging you or something?" "No, it feels fine. It's this red taxi that completely insulted Thomas Gordon and I at Knapford." "Oh, you mean Caroline. You know she got into a scuffle with Stepney and some cricket players a few years ago. That seems to be where everyone remembers her from. Anyway, she said some very nasty things to us earlier." "Hold on. When you say us, do you mean the three of you, locomotives, or just steam engines? Why does it matter?" "Well, I'd like some clarification. You're old, wise, and well-versed in the English language. You should be able to figure this out. Unless I'm reading it on paper, I need clarification. What place does reading have in this conversation?" "Well, I feel that the kids nowadays don't read as much as they should." "Geez, you are old, and you should read more." Just then, Ryan arrived. He had heard everything. "Gosh, you two sound like you're straight out of a Seinfeld episode." "Oh, hello, Ryan. Wait, what's Seinfeld?" "Kids today, they just don't know what good entertainment is. Anyway, Percy, Here's my 2 cents on the problem. Just wait it out. Let the situation solve itself. Caroline will get what's coming to her. Just let it happen on its own. Just the advice I figured you'd give him, which is entirely wrong. Excuse me, good sir. Look, Percy, this guy's idea would have worked back in the 1990s, but it's 2016. Now, man, you gotta take action, not just sit back and wait. Do something to get back at Caroline. Don't wait for it to happen naturally. Take responsibility and do it on your own. That is the completely wrong way to go about it. Hey, it's just an opinion, man. Ryan left to collect some cars while Toby had some more shunting to do. But this left Percy even more confused. Meanwhile... Where to, kind sir? Terribly sorry, Hopham, but Diggle and I really must be leaving. What? Why the sudden rush? Oh, the man we're meeting to close our deal with has just arrived, and we mustn't be late. Where is he then? Perhaps I could schedule a train to take you. No thanks, Topham. We'll catch him again soon. That Oliver Queen, always rushing off to his next location.
You got Valen?
Caroline picked him up a few blocks away. You had the suit?
Right where you said to.
Get in position. I'll signal you when I'm ready.
Oliver, I'm in position.
Wait for my signal.
What's the signal?
You'll know it when you see it.
Something tells me this is gonna end badly.
Were you expecting something else from me? Ready? Ready? What are you, the paramedics?
You wish I was the paramedics.
Anton Velen, you have failed this city. The Starling City Vigilante. Or what is it the folks are calling you now? Green Arrow? You know, I always thought that...
You know I had him.
Sure you did.
Is he?
There's a Trank Arrow. He'll be out for over an hour. Help me get him up. Well, it seems our two heroes have caused a bit of confusion and delay. Seems like a classic scenario. Anyways, I'd better get off screen before Caroline wakes up. She could see me and have some kind of mental breakdown or something because I see all. Then again, do cars even have brains? Oh my, whatever could have happened? We were going so nicely too. Percy saw something peculiar on the line ahead. Caroline, is that you? Oh no, it's you. Well, 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 how ironic this must be. I seem to recall you saying that you'd never catch a car in this type of accident. My accident is far less ironic than yours was. Nevertheless, you're in a tight spot, and I think I'm your only option at getting to the repair shop safely. Caroline didn't want to admit it, but she knew Percy was right. Despite what Caroline had said, Percy, he still came to visit her during the time that she was there. And 1 week later, Caroline was back on the street, running like new. So explain to me what this whole Seinfeld thing is. It was a sitcom back in the 1990s. Apparently it's really good. I think I've heard of that. Wasn't it on around the same time as Home Improvement? Oh no, here we go again. Actually, I think this time will be different. Hello, all. Come on, Caroline. Cut the chatter. Where's the insults? I've got some zingers to try out myself. No insults today, or ever. Your friend Percy taught me that no one is better than anyone else, engine or taxi. After my accident, if it wasn't for Percy, I could still be in the repair shop with worse injuries to my engine. It was still running, and since she's an older model, her engine could overheat if left on in a stationary position for a while. Oh yes, very informative. So I want to thank you again, Percy, for helping me, even if I never planned on being so helpful to you. It was my pleasure, Caroline. Ta-ta, boys! Wow, Percy, you really got her to learn something. Actually, I think I learned something too. What's that? Well, I had a conversation with Toby and Ryan about what to do with Caroline. Ryan's suggestion didn't seem practical, but Toby's weighed on me. So, I did wait for Caroline to get what she deserved. But here's the funny thing. I didn't leave her for scrap. I helped her. And suddenly, I didn't care about what she said anymore. I forgave her for what she'd done, and in return, I felt really good inside. You know what that means, Percy? What? You've really matured since your first days here on the island. Percy felt proud. He'd learned to forgive those that had done wrong to him and gained respect by one of his mentors. Percy felt like one of the greatest engines on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. I always love a happy ending to a story. Not to this story. I still think Percy could have used my method. I think Percy did the right thing in helping Caroline. Only because he used your method more than mine. That doesn't make a difference. You're just mad because I don't think Terminator Genesis is as bad as everyone else does. That was a pile of trash, and you know it. This is coming from a train who liked The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was a fine film. When will you stop saying that? When you admit that it's a bad movie. I'm not changing my opinions for you. Nor am I for you. Boys, can we all just agree that Fantastic was a pile of utter garbage? Yeah. All right then. Another argument solved.